Because we are living in some very difficult times. I mean, we are going through some troubling situations, and I just really want to share a brief thought with you. When I was young, my parents would watch me when I would fall. And it's amazing because mom would respond one way, but dad would always say, "You're all right, you're okay, you're okay." And so when I got older, I adopted a similar parenting perspective. And so I have two boys, and when my boys would fall, I would say, "Oh, get up, you're okay, you're okay." And so what happened is they grew up learning that they always had to be okay. Every time something would hurt, they had to be okay. But as they were growing up, I realized that that was some faulty parenting. I shouldn't have done that to them, because when something hurts, it really is all right not to be okay. And so I want to just tag this little conversation that it's okay not to be okay. And it's okay not to be okay. Because what happens is, too often we're expected to always be okay, no matter what life may throw at us, no matter what situations may come our way. There is an expectation that we're okay, and some of us have adopted that attitude. When people say, "How you doing?" "Oh, I'm great, I'm fine, I'm doing wonderful," when in actuality you're hurting and you're struggling and you're going through. And so I want to just encourage you to know that it's okay not to be okay. Why? Because life hurts sometimes. Life can be challenging sometimes. And so when you're going through some difficulties and some challenges, first thing you've got to realize is that you must be honest about your pain. Be honest about your pain. Too often we have Christians that want to be too deep and spiritual and say, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm blessed and highly favored." Yeah, you may be blessed and highly favored, but the hurt still hurts. The pain is still painful. And so when you're having and experiencing pain, when you're going through, be honest. It hurts. I'm struggling. I really feel this way, or I feel that way. Why? Because pain is a part of life. Pain is a part of the human existence. It's in those painful moments that God can do something very special in your life. So be honest about your pain. Say, "Yes, it hurts. Yes, I'm struggling. Yes, I'm hurting." After you realize you got to be honest about your pain, second thing I want to remind you is to hook up with a partner. Now, some young folk hear that and say, "Oh, I'm going to hook up." I'm not talking about like that. I'm really talking about partnering with someone that you can be honest with, and partnering with someone that's going to pray for you and encourage you and walk with you through your pain. Because it's a difficult time, and it makes it even more difficult when you feel like you're all by yourself. And this is what the enemy wants to do. He wants to make you feel like you're the only one that's hurting. You're the only one that's going through the difficulty. You're the only one, and that you're all by yourself. I'm here to tell you that there are those that are going through. Then there are others that have already gone through and have come out of what they've gone through. And so find yourself someone that you can confide in, that's not going to spread your business all over the internet. Find somebody that you can confide in and trust to pray for you and to encourage you and to support you through what you're going through, because it really is okay not to be okay, but you got to be honest about your pain. Got to hook up with a partner. And then after you're honest and you hook up, which leads me to my third point, is that you have to hold on to God in the process. You have to hold on to God in the process. Life is about process. Too often we want to get to the end result too soon. Sometimes you've got to go through the process, and that's why I say it's okay to not be okay, because as you're going through the process, you may not be okay right now, but the good news is if you hold on to God, God will be with you in the midst of your not being okay. God will be with you in the midst of the process. In Psalm 23, I'm reminded David says, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I won't fear any evil. I won't be afraid. And the answer to his reasoning, he says, I won't be afraid because thou art with me. Because he knew he could hold on to God in the midst of the shadow of death. That was some dark time. That was some difficult time. And so David said, look, I can hold on to God in the midst of my process. And if you read the rest of the psalm, he comes out victorious. And so I want to encourage you today. I want to encourage you that even though you may not be okay now, if you hold on to God through the process, that you will be okay. And here's what I want to remind you, because people want to always give you positive thinking, and they think they're encouraging you, telling you, keep your head up, just trust God, and those are good things. But sometimes somebody needs to just tell you it's okay not to be okay. And so I want to let you know it is okay not to be okay. But don't remain in that place of not being okay. Hold on to God in the process and allow God to bring you through it. And so you may not be okay right now, but it will be okay sooner or later. I'm reminded of this in Philippians chapter number 4, verse number 6, and I want to leave it with you. Philippians 4, chapter number 6, it just says, look, I'm paraphrasing, don't worry about anything, but pray about everything. And then what it says is that tell God about it, and then after you tell God about it, then thank him for what he has already done for you. And so that's the formula for getting through what you're going through. So it's okay not to be okay. But what you got to do during this process is that you have to be honest about your pain, because it hurts. It hurts sometimes. But then you got to hook up with a partner, somebody to help you get through it. And then lastly, you hold on to God as you go through the process, because at the end of the process, you'll come out better. You'll come out wiser, and you'll come out stronger. And so it's okay not to be okay, but you'll get through it. God bless you. We love you. I just wanted to encourage you on this day. So if you're struggling, I want to encourage you. And I want to let you know that you're not alone. You're not by yourself. So what I would like for you to do is you can send an email to wecare@judahtemple.net. WeCare, WECARE @judahtemple.net. Or you can call this number, 301-818-3882. 301-818-3882. God